Thank you for choosing us as your go-to for entertainment. And remember, be kind, rewind.
Welcome, my little tater tots. It's Movie Rantels time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe a trailer rantel?
Trailer Randall, yeah.
Yeah. The new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer came out yesterday as of the recording of this, and it's interesting. I mean,
Interesting is a word for it.
I'm super hyped, but at the same time I'm worried. There's some definite Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3 vibes going on here. Like, there is so much going on in this movie. How the heck are they going to keep everything tied together and not be a complete crazy nonsense movie? You know what I mean?
I have many questions, starting with what?
Yeah, starting with the fuck?
The fuck? So I have to almost my whole point of view on this was like I had kind of long ago checked out of Spider-Man. To be quite honest, in fact I kind of checked out of Marvel in a way after Endgame. After Endgame, I did sort of distantly come back, like vicariously come back for Loki. I'm not gonna lie, that was
Loki was fantastic.
Loki was fantastic.
Winter Soldier or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, was fantastic. Oh, and Jake is here in the background. Say hi, Jake.
Yeah. Hello.
While I wasn't in with Marvel in general, I did see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, mostly because I have we have a mutual friend who's a huge fan of animation, who basically held me practically with a gun to my head and said, like, you're gonna watch this, you need to watch this, you're
gonna watch this, you're gonna enjoy this, and if not,
and you're gonna love it.
Me.
In fact, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna watch this and we're gonna watch Amadeus in the same day. And I watched both movies. Amadeus first, and I was exhausted. But then I watched freaking The End of the Spider-Verse. By the way, fucking fantastic movie, wonderful movie. And when you look at all I see when I see this trailer, Spider-Man No Way Home, is all of the influence of that movie all over this, on top of basically the multiverse overarching plot that the current Marvel phase is going through.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. Honestly, even when I was going through Loki, I didn't know how I feel about that. In fact, I kind of argued that I felt that the multiverse thing is kind of weighing it down in a couple ways, like dramatic wise. And when I look at this, while on the first hand, my first impression was that this movie looks like a shitload of fun. It looks looks like it's gonna be a good fun time. As a fan of the Raimi movies. However, I had thought for sure that if you were to take the influence from Spider-Verse, the only right answer of who the villain, in a sense, would be, or the main antagonist, would probably have to be Doc Ock, because he is basically a scientist villain who would have probably used the multiverse quantum thing to his advantage. Hell, in Into the Spider-Verse, for example, basically Doc Ock was a major player alongside Kingpin, Kingpin was the main antagonist, but like the fact that they clearly they break expectations by Doc Ock is going to be on our hero's side here, completely on the basis that he's not the Peter he was looking to fight. Like,
well, I think that they might not be aligned 100%, but they might have similar goals and might work together to get to those goals. I'm totally happy that it's
Alfred Molina.
Alfred Molina. Okay.
Yeah, he is.
It's fantastic.
Yes, he is.
And we have Willem Dafoe coming back as
Green
the
Goblin.
Green Goblin, and it's the
Ah.
same suit.
this
It's
one.
the Raimi suit.
It's the Raimi
It's
suit.
so good. So
Perfect.
that's really cool. And if you're going off of the Sam Raimi Doc Ock, he was a villain of circumstance, right? Like towards the end of that movie, or at like the end, he kind of figures out, his issues, and he's no longer the antagonist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Could be interesting to see if it's that same, if he's learned that lesson and he's remembered it coming into this universe, and seeing someone who, or a Doc Ock that's more or less a gray villain. It's not like he's not here to,
Twirl his
destroy
mustache
them.
and be evil.
Yeah, exactly. Do that normal evil crap. I'm still not convinced that Doctor Strange is Doctor Strange in this.
I feel similarly.
Because it feels like, granted, he's kind of an asshole to begin with, right? Like, we're not going to doubt that. But the fact that he does what he does with Peter, comes up and is just like, hey, can you make all my friends forget that I'm Spider-Man? And he's like, oh, sure, let's do it. And then
For science.
let's break the laws of the universe for no apparent reason. Really, like a kid comes in. Granted, they save the world together, but still, like, deal with it, kid. I don't know. I'm not going to break the universe for you. And then he does it. And then we see Doctor Strange later be like, I can't believe you did this, kid. I can't believe you did this. And it's like, no, but you helped. So I'm thinking that the Strange who does the spell and the Strange later on are not the same person. And there's a lot of people who are thinking that it might be Mephisto. And everyone's been looking for Mephisto forever, like since WandaVision, pretty much. So I don't know. But it would make sense if that isn't Doctor Strange, because I don't think he'd be that reckless, but who knows?
I suppose the next question is it, our Strange? Because, we got to meet another one very recently.
That's true.
Wait,
is it the What If Strange, the Super Strange?
Well, I don't think it's that strange, but I mean, if it could be any strange, if that's even an option that's on the table.
Like right off the bat, like the beginning? Well, it would be interesting to see how close is this to the events of Loki, right? Like, is it Loki just happened 10 minutes ago and shit's already out of whack? Or is this like some arbitrary amount of time before that? That's like how... we don't know. So, my only concerns, to wrap this up, because this is just a trailer, so we shouldn't rant on too long. But my concerns that the plot will be too many villains,
too many cooks.
Yeah, exactly. Too many villains. If we have all three Spider-Men and a bunch of villains and all that stuff, how are we gonna tie that up with a bow? Like, even if it's chaotic at the end and that leads into Multiverse of Madness, like, I just want there to be, I don't want the storyline to at least be consistent. You know what I mean? And I just... Sam Raimi, Spider-Man 3... tried to do a lot with what it had, and it just fell on its face. So that's my major concern.
Yeah, my concern is like that. The more we talk about it, the more I think that I feel like it's kind of a symptom of the disease is the continuity, which Marvel is becoming more and more of a slave to as the movies and the properties go on. Like, I feel like we used to with Generation 1, I feel like
Phase 1 and 2
Phase
was
1
like,
and 2.
awesome.
I feel like we got a lot more self-contained stories, and as it went, like now that we're post Infinity War, I feel like we're just gonna constantly be basically
All the
hanging
heroes are gonna-
on
yeah.
teaser fodder. Like,
Yeah.
because I feel like when you have the world building, like this is where the world building is completely just killing the drama. And I felt the same way about Loki. As much as I loved Loki, and as much as I loved, like, you know, what it was doing with its story, the answer to me, the ending, where it was basically just like another piece in the fucking cosmic puzzle that you need to see all the other things in order to, you know, get the answers to. I was like, there was a narrative solution here that could have just been, you know, satisfying for the character, and we had to fucking can it
Sacrifice that to
for the sake of
continue the plot, you know, or this enhanced plot line, or this extra plot line. Yeah, I definitely agree. And then, like, towards the end, when the end is kind of like Loki doesn't get any closure.
Yeah, because ironically, it's trying to make them seem more important by having this bigger overarching thing, while ironically they are making every entry less and less important.
Starting to be like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
What, you know, we had Thanos. He wants to destroy the world.
Mm.
Now we have someone who wants to destroy the universe. And eventually it's just gonna, you know, the power scaling is gonna get ridiculous. But we shall have to wait and see.
Yeah.
When does this movie come out?
Sometime in December, I believe.
December something. Okay. Well, we'll learn in December what happens, and if our fears are just for nothing or what. So thank you all for listening for this short rant, and be looking out for more rants in the future. Good night.